already one of our players, one of our domestic Korean players that has not been traveling, has taken first place. Now it's time for Terminator. The player has been called the weakest Protoss, which is basically his most notable title going into this tournament. Is now facing off against Parting, who is the second fan favorite vote going into this tournament. They're going to face off in the losers match.
That's right. Pretty underwhelming match against Zest to start things off today. Very underwhelming and very, very quick matches here. So let's hope Terminator's kind of rallied and ready for a real game this time around.
Yeah.
But he's up against Parting, who was very, very good in PvP.
Parting made a sarcastic tweet about 8 minutes ago regarding Terrence Balance versus Protoss. By the way, after watching those matches, just something to point out. He and Seed had a little chat.
Overgrowth going to be the first match.
Yep. Again, I love when this ends up being the first match. I think it's the fairest.
Yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
it a lot.
even for PvP, it's going to be a fun map to watch this on. So we'll have to wait and see what Terminator has, because he's going to show a whole lot more if he wants to get a win in this game.
Absolutely.
Today.
Well, in PvP, anything can happen. This is definitely the matchup these two players prepared for the most, considering there's only one Terran in the group. Let's see how they play it. Of course, the leader is going to take a huge advantage here because they'll have that second most important final map picked.
Absolutely.
I think most people would favor Parting here, but you know, that curse, man, who knows? The Terminator could actually get his way out of here.
Well, I mean, if Terminator wins this match, I think the curse is actually real.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one way to actually test if the curse is real, is if Terminator beats Parting in the PvP.
That's what we're about to find out right here, right now. The losers match for Group D. To the bottom left in blue, formerly known as Song, he is
Jin Air Green Wings Terminator.
Definitely a much cooler name.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Thank you, Twitter, for that. I think his name is Jae-song, actually, in Korean, so maybe that's where he gets it from.
Interesting shirt there. Is that like a fake tie?
Yeah. To the top right in red. We'll talk about the tie in a second.
Yo Flash Wolves Parting.
Yeah, it took Brendan and I a little while to figure out whether that was a real tie or not for the first time someone did. I think it was SOS who first wore it, and we were like, what is that? What's going on with
Yeah.
that?
I mean, it's a very skinny tie, at the very least, but
Yeah, I think it's just built into the shirt to look like that, though.
not a fan. Not a fan, Wolf. Anyway.
I'm okay with it. His name is Jae-song, so maybe that's where he got his ID from before. Jae-song is what it says next to his name right there.
Okay.
Well,
No proxies just yet. No, nothing going on. Nothing fishy from Terminator, which is what I'm going to be looking for, because I feel like he's going to need something like that to kind of get ahead.
I'll be giving you guys some real close updates on the gas mining for these two.
Oh, please do. I really want to know, actually.
Just to let you know already, Parting getting the better end of the mining. He's a bit ahead of minerals. Because Probot a little bit faster.
Well, how about that?
Double gas and a double gas. So identical builds so far. These two actually have a 1-1 score against each other.
Interesting, actually.
But the last time Terminator played Parting was in the 2012-2013 season.
All right, so it was like 2 years ago, essentially.
That was so long ago, Parting was basically still on StarTale.
Yeah, he probably was. Like, oh my god. Way too long ago to be relevant, unfortunately.
Well, cores are down. Right now, Parting with a 4 gas lead.
Parting looking for proxies already.
Yeah, just to be safe. You never want to leave yourself open. It's always best to at least check the mineral lines, because someone like Terminator, who you think you're probably better than, as the world seems to think so as well, and especially after you watched his PvP earlier, he seemed to have a rough time. Probably a higher chance he's going to cheese you. So
yeah, no doubt about that.
Definitely be safe to check that.
But you know what? Terminator is playing a straight-up game so far.
Yeah.
Standard teching, standard build. Gonna go for that. Stalker, Mothership.
Faster Mothership core coming out, yeah. Let's see, Parting gets his own as well. Just in a different order there.
No tech choices just yet.
I think.
Both probes completely scouting everything.
Oh, he shook it out.
Yeah.
Barely.
Now, what will it be? What are we going to see here? I feel like we're going to see some Twilights. Oh, but hold on. Sentry from Parting. And the Twilight from Terminator.
Sentry for safety. Probably indicates we're going to see a quick expand.
Quick expand, quick robo is generally what that would be.
And the Twilight coming up for Terminator, almost certainly for Blink on this map. There's a possibility he hides DTs. We saw that attempt earlier.
Now, could we see that?
Because he did that already, and it was scouted, and he switched into Blink.
Well, we see a second Stalker on the way already, right? That's the second Stalker, so I think it is going to be Blink.
I think you're right. Yep, the timing lines up to get Blink right now.
Yeah.
Chrono it.
Okay. And, ooh, Probe. It's a Probe. Looking for proxies again, I think. Looking for those pylons.
He also might just be straight up looking for the Mothership Core, too, and he finds it, so now he knows that he can make sure to deny the scout. The Nexus will get seen, though.
Yeah, he will see it for sure. And, yeah, Parting's, it's going to be all about Parting's defense in this. Blink Stalker is going to come quick and fast. Going to be 3-gate Blink Stalkers. Going to be pressuring, and we see the Robo nearly finish. He wants to get those Immortals out ASAP. Once he's got, you know, 2 Immortals, he's pretty safe, and especially once that Nexus is up and he has Photon Overcharge, he will be very, very safe.
If you can ever have 2 Immortals out at the same time versus a Blink build, you're pretty okay. The concern is like when you only have 1 out and it barely gets picked off, and you have the second one that it gets picked off too.
Warp Gate finishing around the same time for both players.
Safe going for the Immortal first, not cutting the Observer.
Very intelligent.
Or rather, is cutting the Observer, not trying to sneak that one out.
You're going to absolutely have to if you want to get it out in time. We already see Stalkers being warped in here. Blink nearly finished as well, and a Stargate going to be added as well.
This is the way to do it. This is the Oracle Blink, where you get an Oracle follow-up so you can do damage and harass while you attack the natural. This is a really cool strat because basically it keeps your opponent's attention divided. But the Blink Stalkers lose power over time against these Immortals. Look at this. Blink isn't done yet.
Oh, he's going to get 3 Stalkers for free. Perfect force fields. Blink finishes as the last one dies. And this attack is pretty much already screwed as far as I'm concerned.
I couldn't agree more.
You lose half your Stalkers like that? Oh, what are you going to do? Now he doesn't even need to Photon Overcharge either. Yep. He can Photon Overcharge the main when the Oracle comes in.
Exactly.
Oh, is he going to get another one? Oh, that shouldn't happen either. He has Blink. He can't get out of that.
He didn't cancel it, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he could have easily blinked away there. I'm not sure why he did.
Terminator not having a good day, that's for sure. Especially in PvP.
Well, now Parting can start powering up even more gateways with the economy.
He knows exactly what's going on. He's waiting in the main with 3 Stalkers. He's like, okay, all right, I know what you're going to do. We see that there's no Nexus in the natural. We know that you're... I know that you're going to go for some sort of other shenanigan.
Yeah. He's totally safe, and that overcharge that he's got saved as well, like you were talking about, is going to be so handy here.
Parting in a completely commanding position from here.
All he has to do is play safe, might get his own counter blink, just to ensure that he can take fights in the middle of the map without getting outmaneuvered. And I think that would be a pretty good choice. It's also going to be helpful against further Oracles that come to harass him later on. Looks like Terminator is pooling the Oracles, which might throw Parting off a little bit.
He should. Oh, if he force fielded before the Stalkers could get to the edge there.
Well, he's still just going to lose these for basically nothing anyways.
Yeah. It would have been even cooler there.
I completely agree.
That would have been actually
would have been sick.
That would have been the sickest move ever. And here we go. 2 Oracles coming in, but there's 3 Stalkers waiting. Mothership Core isn't too far away either. And busted.
Doesn't even try to commit here.
Nope, no chance at all. Forge being added now for Parting as well. You know, he's already got the composition advantage. Why not get the upgrade advantage? He has the economic advantage as well. And there is simply not enough at that natural to defend against what's coming either.
Even with double Oracles here, and the damage he just sustained of losing 4 probes, he's still 3 probes up.
Yeah.
Stalkers don't have blinks, so they're going to take some damage here.
Not enough force fields either. And I don't know if he really, he doesn't want to commit too much.
Doesn't want to commit, but he's got the ability to warp in more units once he gets a pylon set up, which he's sending this probe down to Ju. His blink is on the way. And this is just tempo-based play. This is not like an all-in or a counter all-in or anything like that. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm ahead. I'm going to stay there.
Yep. He can be applying pressure while teching, while upgrading, because he's that far ahead at this point.
That he is.
And he gets 8 probes for 2 Oracles. I don't know if that's really worth it at all. I'm going to say it's not.
No. Not at this stage, because he loses that cool unit, that unit that keeps Parting on the back foot, keeps him on the defensive. You know, if you don't have that's more valuable than numbers can really show, actually. It's really just, it's too valuable to throw away like that, in my opinion. No, it just gives you so much scouting information.
I think they're simply useless in fighting in general now. Like, there's no way he's going to do much against like Stalkers with those Oracles. So he was desperate to find some damage. He found 4 probes for each one. I don't know about that. And
this Immortal is taking a lot of shield damage.
Might be able to get the Immortal. Oh, nope. Not going to happen. And so he wastes his entire army. Oh, he shouldn't have stopped, but doesn't matter. He used the whole army. 20 supply deficit for
Army
Terminator.
supply, look at that army supply deficit. 38 to 12, that's 26. And counter blink is done. He is just going to walk across the map and end it.
Yep.
Goodbye, Terminator, in game 1 here. Nexus Cannon is active so early, too, in fact. Yeah. And now he sees that blink, and he's like, oh, God, he has a blink, too. I am so dead.
He's going to get the Mothership Core at this rate.
He can get whatever he wants. He can stop that Robo from making any more mortals. Oh, didn't cancel it. Sorry about that. I guess I'm just going to kill it for free.
Yeah. And from here, it's essentially a good game.
Yep, the Nexus Cannon's going to wear off eventually at the natural. GG. Parting. Going the way of Zest and making this PvP look easy.
Making it look a little too easy there. Terminator, I mean, he's got to really buckle down and come up with something different for his next game, because these have been pretty underwhelming, Wolf. I got to say, man.
What do you think? What would you like to see from him, actually?
I don't even know, because it's simple executions which are going to kind of going wrong at this point. Like getting caught out with some simple force fields, losing half your soldiers before blink finishes. Stuff that you just simply cannot afford to do. Mistakes, just weird mistakes that shouldn't happen at this level.
Would like to see him do a blink stalker timing, or perhaps maybe even a proxy. I don't think a Stargate opening is going to do what he wants, and absolutely, in my mind, no way. With these sloppy mistakes he's going to make here and there, can he make a macro game work against Parting?
Well, he tried against Zest, right? And he died very, very quickly.
I think he has to pick Sage on here and try for something.
And merry-go-round.
Oh, I don't like this pick. What do you think about it?
Well, I think we're just going to see more of the same, to be honest. I think
probably.
I actually think we're going to see Terminator try and be aggressive again, and it's going to be up to Parting what he's going to do about it. But I don't think it's looking good for Terminator either way, because we've seen him try every style so far, and it has failed abysmally.
Well, guys, let's do it. Let's go into game number 2. Parting making himself a second life here. Terminator is on his last life. One more loss, and he is out of this tournament as quickly as he got in. The map is up and loaded right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is Group D, the final group of the round of 16 for 2014's HOT6 Cup, the last big match. Top left, in teal, on his last life.
Jin Green Wings Terminator.
Terminator about to be terminated. If he can't take this win.
He'll be terminated with not a win to his name today.
0-4, worst way to go out.
Yep.
That's what happened to Sue, man.
It did.
Up to the top right, cross vertically, or rather horizontally, he is.
Yo Flash Wolves Parting.
Vertical if you look at it like that.
Yeah.
Parting has to win this game. Well, it doesn't really have to, but he should. He shouldn't drop a game to Terminator. It'll give Zest simply too much confidence.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, this should be hard. Zest, yeah, next match should be pretty interesting. But anyway, we shouldn't get into that yet.
Yeah, well,
we gotta wait till this match is over.
Exactly. Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right, I'm getting carried away here. I'm sorry.
It's all right, because all things are pointing towards disaster here for Terminator. He picks a map where it's tough to cheese. We have seen proxy Stargates on this map.
Yeah.
I just don't have any confidence in him, myself personally, to beat Parting in a straight up macro game. And on this map, sometimes it goes to that. It's usually 2-base versus 2-base at the very least.
Yeah, it's very rare that we'd see a full-blown macro game on this kind of map. Because
Blink is terrible on this map too. Just to point that out. Wait, anyways, as you were saying.
As I was saying, I mean, like, I think we're going to see a very aggressive game. We already see 2 gases going down. Same sort of builds from both players again. So it should be some pretty early techs. I doubt we would see a false nexus from either, considering how this map is. I mean, how open it is, how open to aggression it is. And
right, I mean, sorry for interrupting you earlier, but your point is solid. Like, macro game is tough on this map. You know, like, third bases, look how far away they are. And then PvP, third bases are tough to take as it is because of the unit comps we're talking about here are super powerful. For us, unit comps are really strong, and if you try to take that 400 minerals into a nexus, you're really putting your army behind, and that gives your opponent the opportunity to attack you. So can be very risky. I just don't know. Okay, well, let's see what he has planned. He's going to scout. And what he could do after this is go in here, see nothing in the base, and then go proxy at that base to the bottom right of the triangle next to the watchtower. You know what I'm talking about, down in that little high ground area.
Yep. Well, actually, I think we're going to see DTs. Unless this probe is actually just putting a random pylon down there.
It looks like we are going to see DTs. I mean, that's what I'd expect.
Well,
although he left, so
he left. So maybe he's just trying to like mind game here, because he's going to put a pylon down there. There's going to be one pylon missing from the main, and maybe potting still. He's like, interesting. We are seeing a Stargate in the main of Terminator. Okay, so just a random pylon down south there, but it looks like potting might even look for it, try and kill it with the probe. That'd be pretty funny as well.
That would be funny, but he's definitely going to find it, and maybe definitely not.
Well, maybe he's going to do something of his own here. We actually see.
The thing is, if Parting puts a pylon there, it's a more strategic position to warp in units for to harass later.
Yeah, it's kind of better for him.
But the Terminator pylon just doesn't.
Okay,
really
so it is going to be fast to Nexus. It's going to be Stargate into Nexus from Terminator, and Dark Shrine from Parting here.
Okay. That makes more sense for Parting's pylon then, at least.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, this can be a good build. I kind of give Terminator the advantage because he's going Oracles here, so he will have detection if he needs it. So long as it's in position and he kind of reads exactly what's going on at this point. He will find it eventually when he goes into the main base with the Oracle, and it's going to be up to him to react. And he is getting a robo pretty fast as well. He should have an observers out in time.
Yeah, putting the Dark Shrine in the main base means that this is going to be scouted easily, like almost 100%. He's going to show an Oracle to his opponent, which is fake, and that might cause a reaction.
He sees a real one. Move on by.
But when you show a fake Oracle, you might be thinking at home, well, shows a fake Oracle, then he's going to know it's fake.
Photon overcharge.
Wow.
Finds out it's fake.
Yeah, but, oh, he's going to lose a sentry here, it looks like. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's not good here.
Photon overcharge is going to deny the scout on the Dark Shrine.
Oh, whoa!
Can't believe he threw that away.
Loses the Oracle here, and we didn't see a second one, but he is making a quick observer here. I don't know if did he actually get to see it?
No, he didn't see it. I'm like almost 100% sure.
Yeah.
He might just rally that observer across the map, and in fact he is. No? I don't think he saw that. I think he feels like something's up. He's like, you don't have any other tech, what could this be?
Yeah, he could have very well saw it, but let's wait and see where this observer goes, actually.
Oh, he was just waiting in case, but the timing window is not there because that pylon is so far away.
He's kind of going to outside the base there. He's going to see a DT run by. He's like, okay, so still not too bad for Terminator, though, throwing away that Oracle kind of sadly. And he should be able to get away with the DT as well. So, but I mean, it doesn't mean much. He can use it later for an Archon.
One more shot will actually kill this if he can do it in range.
Oh, that must mean maximum range as well.
Parting has the blink follow-up, though.
He has the blink follow-up, but look at the supplies already. He's down 10 supply.
Not sure how much blink is really going to do for him, too, considering there's already an Immortal out. And he has 2 Nexi up of economy.
I think it'll like kind of just apply pressure, maybe force Terminator to be contained, at least for now. While Parting will transition. I mean, he is making that forge now. He'll most likely be getting some. He'll get a nice upgrade advantage, and we see straight into a Robo Bay from Terminator as well. So he wants that. He wants that real composition advantage here.
The Terminator. This is like the biggest opportunity he's had so far in both PvPs he's played. Like, he really can't mess this one up, right? Like, if he does, then
this is actually looking pretty good for Terminator.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Absolutely. I mean, nice little supply lead. Nice kind of build order.
Parting actually
advantage.
showed blink too to that hallucinated Phoenix just now.
Yeah, he did. Good point.
So,
but it's kind of a given when you see a DT opening. It's like, well, you have the option to go blink or charge. It definitely gives away a lot of the tech and the transition. Templar Archives. So it is going to be I guess it's going to be Archons.
It's so expensive to get that blink though, which hasn't really accomplished anything for him yet, except denying a Hallucination Scout.
Denies an Hallucination Scout, yeah, that's true.
And that's expensive, man. He's now trying to go even more expensive into that Temple Archive, which is going to give him a lot of Archons.
Archons will be good. I think you want to have Charge with this as well there. We haven't seen Charge being upgraded.
Yeah, he's going to get that probably next as soon as he's got the money for it, which he's really struggling to afford. Notice that Parting has like no units, 30 to 14 army supplies right now with all this tech.
He wants Storm Drop, okay.
Everything makes a lot more sense now. But
all right.
We'll see if he can pull it off.
well, yeah, it's entirely going to be down to execution and how Terminator is set up. Is he going to be able to defend against something like that? It should make for a nice little timing there, and it definitely will put Parting ahead if he actually gets some decent storms off. But still, he's got to worry about more of his late game composition here, because I feel like Terminator definitely has the advantage, and he is making that kind of mid-game army that's going to be so much stronger than what Parting is going for.
Yeah.
Parting's really going to be looking for that economic damage to kind of level the playing field.
He has to do a ton of damage with this, or else he's going to be in so much trouble. I mean, he's already in trouble, but without a ton of eco damage, he's going to be just hard-pressed to survive. The +2 he's getting too, he's really just investing all of his gas and tech, and I think what he's really banking this game on, to be totally frank, is his opponent's lack of confidence. Look at how many risks Parting is taking while he's already down in army supply. He's getting Storm, Charge, +2, he already got Blink, and he's getting a third base while he's so far down in army, and he knows he is. This is a choice of confidence. This is like saying, I know you're not actually confident enough to try to kill me right now, and I'm going to take every risk in the world because it's the only way I can get back in this game, and it just might be crazy enough to work, Moonglade.
It might just be. We'll have to wait and see this drop. It's coming in now. Storm is ready. They will have enough energy for one each.
And if there's one way to shake someone's confidence, it's to wipe their probe line with a Storm drop.
And here we go. It's coming in. One Storm.
2.
Oh,
Tons of probes.
12.
11 kills, 12, and
12.
he escapes with nothing more than shield damage on the Warp Prism.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, now he's poking up here with some Stalkers.
Yeah. This is definitely one way to put him back in, and he already has a supply lead. He has a hefty probe lead. 18 probes up here. I kind of feel like, oh, we're going to see a 2-base timing.
He has to go. He has to go.
He's been cutting probes, it seems, for quite some time. I forgot to mention that. And yeah, he's going for the 3rd base here, and Parting might be in trouble here, looking at the army supply.
This is that greed I was talking about. He's taking some crazy greed. These 4 Blink Stalkers alone are going to turn this whole army around. Parting is so confident that he could slow this push down for long enough to survive.
Well, I think it's more desperation than confidence, man. He has to stop it. He has to do something, because there's no way he's protecting this 3rd base at this point. I think he's going to let it go, and he's just going to defend the natural.
He absolutely has to let the base go, that's for sure. He's trying to mine the last out of it that he can before he pulls those probes away.
20 supply lead, though, and he has caught up in army supply as well. Getting supply block there is not going to help out.
No, certainly not.
These 4 Stalkers, you know, picking off what they can.
All right, here we go. Time Warp goes down.
Ooh, I don't know about this position at all for Parting.
Big warp in as well from backside, and this is looking really rough for Parting. A Storm does go down, doing a little bit of shield damage. And with a Nexus Cannon, he actually survives. He holds with that base.
Only temporarily, though.
Those Colossi he has no answer for, though. Dropping Immortals on top of that might have been his only way.
Oh, whoa. He's going to start sniping the Templar with range. And Parting trying to get in what he can, but he's already down 10 supply. And I don't see how he can possibly defeat this army.
I don't see it either. Time Warp goes down, but he can't even engage into it. And he doesn't have an economic lead either because his 3rd base isn't saturated. So he can't actually... It's not like the longer this goes on, the better his economy is going to be. It's just not working that way. He needs an answer for these Colossi, and that's not just going to come with him come to him with time.
Oh.
Storms on Colossi, never what you want. The Zealots eat another one, though. But this is just way too much damage for Terminator. He should be able to crush this easily and win the game.
Yep, this is simply not going to happen. Great army choice from Terminator.
GG.
GG. Good Parting, good build advantage as well. And finally, Terminator takes a win. I spoke too soon. I was too negative. And now Terminator's going to prove me wrong, Wolf.
Well, Parting took every risk in the book after he got behind, and Terminator eventually realized that and just punished him.
Yep.
So Parting was like so confident he could do this. And then he was even trying to do these little technical moves like, oh, like now I'm in a big trouble. I need to pull these Stalkers and try to slow this down with 4 Stalkers, and maybe I can storm him and I'll walk back. I'll time warp him. It'll buy me a little bit more time, but
yeah,
he lost his probes there, lost his mining, and didn't have the economy he needed.
He had a great storm drop, but I mean, he just had an inferior army composition. It's like not enough Archons, not enough Zealots, not enough of an econ advantage for that kind of army to work. Horrible position to engage in as well. He engaged like under a time warp in a wonky position next to a like a sinkhole. Like, it's not good at all. King Sejong Station going to be the 3rd and final map for these guys. Whoever loses will be out of the tournament.
Yeah. Terminator looks like he needs a little bit of time. Actually, in fact, both players are going to take a little bit of a rest or break.
Indeed. Looks like it's time. Ugh.
So what was the map again? I'm sorry.
King Sejong Station.
That's right. Okay, so So we just got a bit of a confirmation that, in fact, both players do need to go to the restroom.
Fair enough.
So Sejong Station here, all sorts of cheeses possible, especially these two players' styles.
Proxies and Blink Stalkers both very, very strong in this map. We have seen, at least we finally saw Terminator have some success with a more of an economy build. He went for, what did he go for again? He went for
Well, it was just
Stargate.
a fast expand with after a Stargate with safe sentries and robos, so he defended the DTs.
Yeah.
And the blink for parting didn't become useful until like the last stage of that game where he blinked around the four stalkers.
he got blinked, but he didn't really make much use of it. More like defensively, and the DTs just got completely hard countered with a fast robo like that.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very strong build advantage for Terminator. And
absolutely.
From there, he knew what kind of army composition to make. So this was a much better game for Terminator.
Parting took a lot of risks. I think he did everything correctly, but it was almost like the game was lost from that point. And he just tried to take all these risks to catch up. And it almost worked, but Terminator realized what was going on after that storm drop, and is when he killed him.
Yeah.
Saw the third base, and he was like, what?
It's kind of just a matter of time when he was so far behind like that.
Yeah.
Like, he was trying to make it work, and with that storm drop especially, like trying different ways to get in, but he was just too far behind.
Yeah. Well, that's how that happens. You know, just in PvP, when you get behind, it's really difficult to catch up. You got to take all sorts of crazy risks, and sometimes build orders can fail. I mean, just like we saw already, the Dark Shrine got scouted in his match against Zest, Terminator's match against Zest.
And that was a disaster game as well. That was a very quick game. So, yeah, these things can happen in every PvP. Every mirror match. Like, is a lot of scissor, paper, rock, and here they go. They've
walking into the booths.
Finished with the washroom.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Maybe had a few words exchanged in the bathroom there.
I'm sure.
I can't believe you beat me, man. Like
good work there.
Yeah, get ready. The curse is real.
The curse is real.
Traveler.
Traveler Protoss.
Traveler Protoss. So, I guess momentarily we'll be going into the match. Here we go again. King Sejong Station, Game 3. One apiece. Who will take the win? Will we see Terminator create another upset in this tournament and quite possibly move on to the round of 8?
That's the question, man. Whoever wins this gets an extra life. The loser is completely out. Sejong being the map choice of parting.
It would be a disaster if we saw the 2 fan vote favorites eliminated in the group stage.
At least Flash made it to the final match. Didn't fall out in last place.
That's true. Very, very true.
Parting, though, looking stressed out, you know, taking a loss against Terminator like that can be rough. Let's find out what builds these two players want to choose in their final match here that decides who's moving on and who is dropping out. The bottom right in blue for Jin Air.
Jin Air Green Wings Terminator.
Did one of those patches say oil?
Yeah, Soul Oil. It's one of the sponsors of Jin Air.
Wow.
To the top left in red.
Yo Flash Wolves Parting.
I know they also call it just S Oil. I assume the S stands for Soul. It's a Soul company.
You just call it soil.
Yeah. You could.
You could. That'd be actually great.
Yeah, Flash has some 6 sponsors too, including Family Mart. It's a pretty big company. You may have heard of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if they actually just get free food and groceries from there.
That would be sick.
That'd actually be like...
You got a Family Mart near the team house, you just go down there and get whatever you need?
Yeah, I want like an E-Mart sponsor, man, so I can just go in there and get whatever I want.
Yeah, dude.
Just go home, like...
I want an Amazon sponsor, man. I just want whatever I want all the time sent to me and delivered internationally.
That'd just be insane. That would be ridiculous.
Well,
standard build for both, but
yeah,
looks like we saw...
Terminator just did a quick scout of his map to make sure he wasn't being cheesed.
Yeah, very interesting there.
Both going double gas, as expected. See a lot of proxies on this map. That's going to be the bigger concern than just kind of like early cheese proxies as like a proxy oracle or hitting DTs. Because just look at this map. You could hide DTs up in the snow and the ice to the top right or the bottom left. Yep. You could hide anywhere. There's so many places. This map, in general, isn't inherently a big map, but it's got a lot of space to hide stuff.
It does. It absolutely does. And yeah, we see a lot of proxy Stargates.
Like those bases, like the base of the top right and to the far bottom left, that you can see maybe as a 4th base. You hardly ever even see those bases taken in this matchup, but that area is where you might see something hidden, like a Dark Shrine. Just hiding tech versus hiding like a building structure like a Stargate that can send units right to your base.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Terminator's Dark Shrine get scattered in the top sort of mid area. Kind of sadly, up against Zest, which made for a very, very short game. I don't think we'll see him put it there ever again. Hopefully.
Hopefully not.
See kind of just the scouting happening at this point. Trying to find exactly what each other are doing. They will find that they're doing exact same sort of builds, though we do see a sentry from Terminator.
Pretty big tell of an expansion build.
Only if he sees the sentry, though. Mothership Core will be out before the sentry, and he's going to have to zone it out. Yeah. It's going to have to happen that way. Okay, so he doesn't see much at all.
No, nothing really. Oh, you made a Mothership Core, okay.
Ooh, Twilight from potting, so we might actually see those Blink Stalkers once again.
Strong map for Blink.
Great map for Blink, yeah. With this kind of expansion build, early Nexus build from Terminator, he can be under threat. We did see him actually die. I believe it was 2 Blink Stalkers.
Yeah.
Up against Zest, very, very quickly on.
You sent that probe down actually a bit too early. Not to be nitpicky, but there it goes.
Okay, he's going to scout this very, very quickly, especially with the Stalker here. Going to apply some pressure. There's the Blink. 2 more gateways on the way. Potting. Going to be very aggressive.
Very aggressive. A big commitment here. He's even going to start doing some chip damage on that Nexus.
Why not? I mean, this is going to help a great deal.
It really will.
And this river is pretty late, actually. Considerably late. I feel like...
No, I think you're right. I mean, I
feel like it was a mistake, yeah. He invested in a pylon up here as well. He might not want to... Well, I guess
look at the scout deny on the Nexus.
Yeah.
So sorry.
And if he finds that pylon as well, it's going to put him in such a good position.
He's definitely going to look for it, right? Because where else would the probe be coming from?
Yeah.
And I think he's going to see it just from the high ground. Oh, looks like barely not. Just looking at that mini-map.
Well, he can still look for it.
This Mothership Core can allow for a blink into the main if he keeps it over here, too. And there's that Oracle follow-up. He's going to be doing the Oracle variation.
Yeah, great position for it as well.
The Nexus is still taking so much damage.
Yeah, this whole time. Oh, even getting a probe for his troubles. Why not?
For nothing but a few shields.
Yeah. And here we go. Pylon is down near the natural.
Almost all the shields are gone.
Oh my. This is a huge mistake from Terminator, kind of getting bullied by one.
Why would he let that happen? He had plenty of units to go and deny. Maybe he was scared of Oracles.
I think he was paranoid of the mothership. Like, though he shouldn't have been. Like,
I think he might have been scared and Oracle's just going to fly in if he went down there. I don't know. Blink is done.
Blink is done. He now knows what's up. Immortal is out. That's going to help out a great deal. Unless a blink on it happens and simply gets shut down.
Just going to stay and blink them.
It's already taken too much damage. They don't want to retreat at this point.
Yeah. As soon as the shields are gone, he just blinks it back. Yeah, he's
Look how low it is.
He's going to get it.
Oh, and he gets out, not losing a single HP.
Yep, he can just come in there and
shields.
Like right-click on it and blink away. Right-click, shift, blink away. These 3 Zealots could be annoying, but all it's going to take is one defensive warp in at home to stop that. Going to get this Nexus, blink them back.
Now,
easy peasy. The Zealot's going to the main base, though.
And here comes the Oracle as well.
Stalker warps in. He's probably going to use stop position here.
I think he's going to attack with his probes. He should be. No, he's going to recall. Okay.
Well, he killed the Nexus for free. Why not?
Why not? He doesn't have to be there anymore. And he can come back on the map as well. And he's going to do so much econ damage with his Oracle. Oh my god. 3, 4, 5.
Terminator's moving the wrong way with his army.
6.
What is he doing? He's moving the wrong way.
We don't even see a photon overcharge yet. Finally, it goes down. There's 10 probes have already died.
I don't know what he was looking at, but he was not looking at the right thing that much. It's clear.
Oh.
Down to 13 probes on 1 base versus Parting's 2 base, which is coming up faster, and the ability to just kill him with the Blink Stalker attack. I don't know if you noticed, but he made a fake Immortal. I think he's trying to show some confidence here. Wanted to make Parting think he had 3 Immortals, but Parting didn't even see that. And now he can just crush this army and win the game.
Well, I mean, at least Terminator had 1 good game, right?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds harsh, but I think it's fair to say, honestly. I think it's totally fair to say.
Ooh, we might even see a blink on the...
he's just going to kill these isolated Stalkers first, and then kill the Immortals.
Photon overcharge will zone these out completely. There's simply not enough there. And... yeah, I mean...
Oracle is about to have enough energy to kill again, by the way. He's coming in right now at the natural, or at the main.
We're going to see some probe kills pop up, maybe. Maybe not.
He warped in a few units back at home. But that means that's less units to have on the map for the attack. So it's a bit of a catch-22.
It's a sacrifice, that's for sure, and he cannot be affording that at this time. He's half the probe count of potting at this point and down a base.
Oh, these immortals are going to get caught if he blinks.
If he blinks.
He doesn't know they're there, though. He can't see. He's a bit out of vision range.
And now,
but still, man, he's ready to fight this pretty soon.
Yeah, he can actually fight this. And potting, I mean, he's in such a comfortable position from here.
He's just going to blink into the main.
He can just play a random macro game at this point. Just be completely fine.
Kill those stalkers so he can harass later, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he can throw in his Oracle at the same time and just be good to go. Down
so many probes going down here. Oracle harass at the natural, meanwhile. And those immortals are totally exposed here. He's just going to blink around instead, though, and get out. Get a sentry maybe for his troubles.
Yeah. Ended up losing, what, 2 Stalkers, I think it was?
Yeah, that hurts. It definitely he could have done a little bit better about that, but honestly, at this point, we're talking about small potatoes.
Yeah.
GG.
He's completely picked apart, down 30 supply, and a nice cruisy victory for potting.
Well, the curse is broken.
Curse has been broken by potting.
One of these 2 players will advance. One of these players have been traveling. And Terminator, I have to say, for making one of our weaker performances out of any of the groups we've seen today.
Yeah, especially out of the underdogs as well. You know, we've had these mysterious players come in and qualify, but yeah, Terminator just not finding his PvP today, that's for sure.
I mean, just looking at his stats, he's not very comfortable in PvP, and it's just a rough group to get put in when that's your worst matchup, right?
It is one of the worst groups to be put in if you have a bad PvP matchup. That's for sure. Oh, man.
Well, Party on the other hand, looks like he kind of got back into the swing of things, looked really strong, making some really solid decision-making, and very on point in that series. So
yeah, I mean, bit of a build order disadvantage game 2, which kind of led to his defeat. But game 3, he's back in form, back looking great. He made no mistakes and just completely destroyed Terminator, essentially.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to that final match between Zest and Partying, a very sick PvP, so spread the word about that. Before we have that, we're going to have a commercial break, as usual. So just sit back at home, relax, get a popcorn, get a soda or something. We'll be right back.